We're now being joined by Mike Shipman.
Hello.
We'll take our first question from Dylan Rush. Dylan, your line is live.
Hey, Mike, thanks for taking the time. You fought last in October, winning the belt by unanimous decision despite entering the cage with a small fracture in your foot. Can we assume you're fully healthy headed into Friday?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're always going to take some knocks and things in training camp, but fortunately, yeah, I'm healthy this time. No fractures, nothing major, so ready to go.
And you were victorious in each of your first 4 Bellator bouts before dropping 2 of the last 3. Did you make any conscious changes to your mindset or training camp in an attempt to get back on that winning path?
Yeah, I did. Spoken about it a bit before. It's kind of just, for one thing, kind of managing my health a bit better, and just making sure that I'm doing all the right things outside of training to make sure that I'm recovering as best as I possibly can, rather than just training hard in the actual sessions. And then, yeah, the other thing is just like you kind of get a bit of a kick up the arse, and you have to remind yourself like why you do it in the first place. And the reason I do this is because I love to fight, and that wasn't really evident in those 2 performances you mentioned. I was too focused on an outcome rather than the process, and as a result, especially the Fabian fight, to be honest, as a result, I wasn't enjoying myself while I was in there, and I think that's an important factor for me. If I'm enjoying myself while I'm in there, it allows me to kind of flow, and the performance will take care of itself.
Paul?
Oh, Paul Casanova, EDF Sports. Thank you for giving us the time today. I want to get back a little bit into the training. Can you talk a little bit, since you had that injury and you did get that good victory, what have you done to really, do better training, more in your training? Have you did anything different this time around?
The training's like I said, that I've always worked hard and dedicated to the training. My kind of issue in previous years was making sure I take care of myself in between the sessions, so that I'm recovering correctly between the sessions, with my rest and my nutrition, and particularly doing a lot more kind of like mobility and injury prevention work. So it's kind of like I'm on the wrong side of 30 now. So when you're in your 20s, you get a little injury or something, you have to take a bit of time off. It doesn't seem like the end of the world, but now I'm getting to a point where it's like I'm past halfway on my career now, and like I said, I haven't fought since October 2020. So when you've got to take that kind of time out, it weighs on you. I've got stuff I want to do in my career, and now each year seems more precious than the last, and I can't afford to be taking years out. So yeah, I've taken the kind of the injury prevention, the recovery more seriously, and as always, I'm working hard and killing it in the gym, because that's where you can't cut corners. That's where you can't kind of take it easy. You've got to put yourself in those dangerous positions, and those fighting positions, because it's a dangerous sport. But where you can minimize the risk is in between the sessions. You can take care of your body.
Santiago?
Hi, Mike. Greetings from Amsterdam. Thank you for the time. It's a massive week for the London shoot fighters, with, of course, you on the main card on Friday. And next week in London, MVP in a title fight main event. Could you feel this in the gym as well, Mike?
Yeah, it's always exciting getting ready for fights together, because then you're peaking around the same sort of time. We've also got Alfie Davis on the London card as well. So yeah, obviously it would have been great to be on the card with those guys, but to be honest, I'm grateful to be fighting a week earlier, because now I can do my thing, enjoy my fight, and then I can fully invest in enjoying their fights. It's going to be massive. I can't wait.
Yeah, massive. You have been with the promotion since 2016, and you won almost all of your fights, and almost all of them even by finish. How have you experienced these 6 years with the company?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Obviously, there's been some frustration with all the COVID business and the lockdowns that kind of I ended up on the back burner for a while, through no fault of anyone's. It just happened. And then on top of that, I had a surgery on my knee, and then there's a couple of other mix-ups. So, I mean, I was off to a good start, you said, but then I'm looking forward to picking up momentum up again, because I feel like since 2019, it's kind of it has slowed down a bit for me. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm not getting any younger. I'm probably past halfway in my career, so I've got to start racking up some wins, getting some momentum if I'm going to accomplish the things that I think I can in this sport.
Sean?
Hi, Mike. Sean Sheehan here from SevereMMA.com. You spoke a lot after the Fabian Edwards fight about judging and about the judging in that fight. I was wondering if you've gone and kind of looked into that a little bit more since that fight, and obviously since kind of the uproar after that. And is there anything you've kind of learned about it or adjusted the way you fight because of that?
Not really. I mean, the judging was the judging. I wasn't happy with my performance regardless. I make no bones about that. That was I wasn't happy with my performance. I wasn't enjoying myself while I was in there. I wasn't doing the stuff I could and should have been doing. So that's on me. Having said that, you can score the first round either way. Not a lot happened. You can give that either way. You can only score the second round to me, and you score the third round to Fabian. So I understand one of the judges gave me the first round. One of the judges gave me the first round. The other two gave the other round. My issue was that second round, and you can't control it. It's outside my control. I'm not gonna get bogged down on it. So it was just seeing that bit of bad judging, give him every round, which I couldn't wrap my head around. I could see the point of view where you could give him round one. So I can see the point of view where he might win a split. I disagree with it, but that would be, in my opinion, that would still be a fair judging. What's not fair was that round two. And I'm not I'm not going to go on about it, but because obviously the things I can control is my performance, and I wasn't happy with my performance regardless. I didn't show what I could show, and that's the main thing. That's the main thing for me to focus on. The things within my control. The things within my control is taking care of those processes, enjoying myself while I'm in there, and just expressing myself. And then the rest will happen.
I want to ask you about the performance in a second, but maybe another thing you can control is the fact that there's a UK card next week and you're on a card here in Paris. Is that a little bit frustrating for you, or are you kind of happy to fight anywhere or fight away from the UK?
Yeah, well, right now, like I said, it's been a little bit of a layoff for me. So right now, I'm happy to fight anywhere. Obviously, it's always great to fight. It's great to fight in Wembley. It's great to have the home crowd. It's just around the corner from me. And I fought on most of the Bellator London cards to this point. But I've never fought in Paris before. It's in a new place. It's great. And I get to fully enjoy my teammates fighting next week without thinking about my own fight. So there's pluses to it as well. And part of the appeal of fighting for a big show in like Bellator is that you get to go and see places and get to fight in different environments. So yeah, I'm happy.
And the last one for me, just on your opponent, Babene, obviously watching some of his fights, he's obviously a very quick striker, has a takedown as well, has a good bottom game, has wins by triangle. What do you see in him, and how do you think you shape up in terms of your game versus his game?
Yeah, well, what I see in him is I see an opportunist, and he'll go for submissions, and that makes him dangerous. But maybe not as methodical as some. But so at the same time, it makes him dangerous. But on the flip side, there's advantages. There's things he doesn't do as well as he could. Like I don't feel like he doesn't necessarily have the best takedown defense because he is looking for those submissions. I feel like I'm a more balanced fighter than him. I think in terms of footwork, he'll have a hard time finding me on the feet, and I think I can get to him on the feet as well.
Jay?
Hey, Mike. Mike, welcome back. You talked just there a little bit about Gregory, and I'm curious. He's going to be fighting at home. He's going to have the crowd in his corner. And do you relish that opportunity at all to go in and kind of play spoiler?
Yeah, sure. Like, I mean, my primary concern is the guy across from me. If I can get a reaction out of the crowd, then great. It's just that's just some added energy. I'm not really thought too much about being the spoiler or being the hero, what role I'm playing, so much as just going out there and just enjoying myself. Hopefully, I win the crowd over with a good performance.
Absolutely. And you were off for a while, and while you were away, actually Dalton Rosta called you out, and I'm wondering if you saw his call out and if that's a fight that would interest you down the line.
Yeah, we did. We did see it. I saw it sent to my coaches, and we asked Bellator about it as well. So that's definitely something that that I'd be interested in. I think he's ranked now, and during my inactivity, I've been dumped out of the rankings. So yeah, sure. Anyone in the rankings is great, and I think he may have bit off a bit more than he can chew, but I'll be happy to meet him in the Bellator cage.
Good stuff. Well, best of luck this Friday.
Thank you very much.
All right, last one here. Tony?
Hey, Mike, hope you're well. I hope I'm not repeating this question because I had a bit of a technical difficulty, so apologies if I am. But I just wondered your thoughts. Mousasi seems to be lapping the division and looking for new challengers. I mean, does that play a part in your approach to fights with, thinking a couple of really decisive finishes can get you on his radar to potentially, slipstream straight into a title shot?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like Mousasi's one of the greatest fighters in the world, in my opinion. He's a bit of a legend of the sport, and he's not going to be around forever. And I really want to be able to have the opportunity to fight him while he still is. I mean, what a name to have on your resume. So that's definitely something I'm conscious of. I know he doesn't look like he's slowing down at all. So hopefully I got time before he sails off into the sunset with all his belts and money. But yeah, that is definitely something I'd really want to do. And like I said earlier to the guys about, there's things I want to do with my career. And that's kind of given me a bit of a kick up the arse. And that's one of the things I want to do with my career is I'd love to fight Mousasi. So yeah, what I need to do to get that done is put on some performances, put some people away. And yeah, you're right. After a couple of good fights, like I should be right there because he's he's done a bit of he's doing a bit of a number on the middleweight division.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.